Hello and welcome to the Powerboost meditation. Today, let us experiment with the theme being storyless. Being storyless. We all create stories in our minds. Stories about whatever has happened in the past. Stories about how I am or I am not. Stories about how others are, about their opinions, about their perspectives, about what they think of me. And we really live inside these stories that we have created. We are really the authors and editors, creators of our stories. Some stories could be filled with happiness, some stories could be filled with insecurities. But ultimately, it's important to realize that I have created these stories in role consciousness. When I, the being, the soul, I come into the consciousness of the role. I am this. The moment I come into that consciousness, I automatically begin to create a story. And that story, a mind that is filled with stories and stories, is very prone to, very susceptible to creating expectations. Because I've already created a story, I want, through the scenes of life, a validation of that story. And so the more my mind is filled with stories, the more my mind is susceptible to experience of fear, of worry, of anxiety, because I'll always feel that there's something that I can lose in the drama. And this sense of insecurity fuels my thoughts. And a wise option is to realize that above and beyond these limited stories lies the eternal story of the being, the soul that we are. It's important to realize that the moment I take my consciousness beyond the limited stories to the unlimited, it's like taking the mind beyond the clouds into the sky. It's like bursting the temporary bubble of the story by the experience of eternal awareness. And that's what's the shift from the role consciousness to the soul consciousness, the shift from thinking to being, just observing. And when I make that inner choice of being storyless, it is then that I, the being, can connect to the divine, can experience the divine. So let us experiment with being storyless for a few minutes. As we sit back, relax ourselves, we realize that all the thoughts around the character that we play, I've created those thoughts as a story about the self, about others, about the world. And this story can easily make the mind heavy and prone to subtle expectations, attachments in the drama of life. I take a moment to just pause the story, and just shift consciousness inwards to the being within, the being, the soul, who is beyond any limited story. I realize that I, the being, I belong to the sky beyond the clouds. The clouds of the story world don't pull me down. I stay above and beyond in my home of light. I, the being, I am storyless. No thoughts of the story world pull my attention down. I simply soak in the experience of belonging to the sky, its internal being of light. Experiencing my eternal family, experiencing the company of the divine. Divine is always detached from the story world. This mind is storyless. And the more I come closer to the divine, the more I experience his mind being storyless allows me to get aligned with the eternal story of the soul. Just I, the being, in the presence of the divine. Everything else is a story and can be forgotten. In this moment, I surrender myself to the presence, the company, the companionship of the divine. There's nothing else that matters. It's just this divine moment, eternal moment, the moment of truth. I let go of everything else as I experience being storyless and aligned with the truth. The world of the story is down below, and my eternal world, real world, is here now, above and beyond. I rest in this awareness of belonging to the One and no one else. As it is time to come back into the world of drama, the world of stories, I stay true to my eternal story of my truth. As I come into the character, the role, I realize that even whilst playing the role, it can be without the expansion of the story, just being myself, storyless, bodiless, egoless. Om Shanti. Thank you.